Okay. So you should be done with lesson 2 if you're watching this video. What we're going to learn now is kind of how to put objects into your, room that you created, and we're going to start with the door. So the door, you would normally have to create your door, like draw it, but I already drew your door for you. So if you go to your Google Classroom, here's the file. These are basically just sizes of the doors. You're going to click it. Once you click it, it'll open this. See, this is the file that we clicked on, and you would click download. So it will download into your computer. You're going to save it into the file onto your computer. Okay. So for example, we just click download. It'll save it. You're going to open it. Oops, where is it? Download it. And you're going to open with showing it in the folder. And when you show it in the folder, it'll say where you downloaded it. So you can move it into, whatever folder you want. So you could go open it. But all we did was download it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come to your home screen. And you want to open, and you're going to open it from your computer. So then you can go and you can click wherever you saved it at. And then you can click open. Once you click open, the file will be here in your computer. So we're going to click it, and your file should look like this, and it should have 4 doors. So these 4 doors are all different sizes. And we need one of the doors. So let's go back and let's go home, because it's going to save it for you. Or you could just click save if it doesn't save. But you need to save it into your thing. It's right there. And let's go back here. So we know we need a door, but what size of door do we need? Let's go ahead and get our measuring tape over here. Click and measure. It says it's 3 feet, so we need a 3-foot door. So let's click escape and let's go back to that file. Here's the door file. And let's look for a 3-foot door. So we could grab our measuring tape. Let's try this one. One corner to the other. 2 feet 6 inches. That's not 3 feet, that's too small. So let's go ahead and try this one over here. 3 feet. Okay, this is the one we want. So I'm going to grab the selection tool, which is the white little mouse. I'm going to just kind of hover over it. So it should select the entire door. Notice how everything's in like one group right here. So just select it. We're going to right click and we're going to click copy. It's these 2 little pieces of paper. So we're going to click it. And then we're going to go back home. We're going to come back into our file. And now I'm going to right click and we're going to paste it, which is the little clipboard and paper. And there we go. I'm just going to go ahead and drop it. So I'm going to click and then we can move it around in a bit. Okay, so now we dropped our door. We do need to rotate it. So let's go ahead and grab, the door is still selected, so that's what's going to be rotated. You come to the little move tool, you're going to grab this little rotate tool. And what we want is, you see how the little rotate tool can be different colors? We're going to want it on the blue. So I'm just going to put it in the general area of the door. And I'm going to click. And you see how obviously like the little dash lines can change colors as well. This will make sure that your door is already currently at a 90-degree angle. So let's just make sure we stay with that 90-degree, or, not 90-degree angle. It's already straight. It's already parallel to the entire drawing. So let's just make sure that we keep it straight. Make sure your line is highlighted red and it's dashed. And I'm just going to click, and I'm going to rotate it to where it's green. You see how it's green? I'm going to click again. Okay, so I rotated the door. What we want to make sure is when we place the door is going to be placed to where the door swing would kind of like swing like this. So the face of the door would kind of end up on this wall. So knowing that, your knob would need to be placed on this side, because then the hinges would be obviously over here on the right side. Okay? So now we want to place it into the opening. So we're going to go grab our move tool right here. And what we're going to do is snap it into place. So remember, let's get on the angle that I need. If the hinges are going to be right here, that means the door is going to swing open this way. So we're going to grab this corner right here, not this one, but we're going to grab this one right here. I'm going to click it, zoom out, zoom back in. I'm going to snap it into that bottom corner. It should just snap into there, and I'm going to click it. Zoom out. And there we go. Now we have our door. So when it opens, technically it's going to open like this to that door slab facing over here. And that's exactly what we want. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to our tags. And currently we should have tags for the walls and the foundation. Okay, now what we're always going to do moving forward, especially when we get to bigger floor plans, we want to add a door tag. So let's click the little plus sign, and let's make one for the doors. And again, we're going to go place that door under the correct tag. So we're going to grab the selection tool, select the door, right click, entity info. So it's currently saying that this one group is untagged. Let's click it, and we want to put it into the doors tag. So now when we go turn off our little eyeball, that should be the only thing that disappears. That means you correctly tagged it. Now what we want to do is place some furniture into our model. So how we do that is there's this little warehouse where you can grab furniture from. Where is that? So it's right here off to the corner. It's called the 3D warehouse. It's on the right hand side. You're going to click it. And what we're going to do, thank you, is we're going to add a bed, a desk or a table, and some wall art. So we're going to add 3 items. So let's go ahead and start with the bed. All you have to do is search for bed in the 3D warehouse. It's going to come up with all these beds. So you could select whatever bed you like, and then you would just download it. So let's say I want this one. I'm just going to click the little download button. It says you've selected a pretty big model. Downloading this component might slow down your SketchUp model. You can go ahead and continue. Let's see. Oops. Okay, well, I guess I won't be using that one. Okay, so this is the one I had selected. Do you see how it's 32K? I mean, honestly, we don't have a really big file, so it shouldn't slow it down too much, but I guess I could select another bed. If you want to go ahead and put it in, go ahead, because it's a small file anyway, considering what we're going to do in the future. So if you'd like to add it. But I guess just so we don't run into any problems on an example, let's just download this one. Again, you could download whichever bed you'd like. Okay, so here's the bed. It does take up a ton of room. I just placed it in there, and what I want to do is just rotate it because I don't think that's where I want my bed. I think I want it along this wall over here. Again, I don't care where you place it as long as it's functional. So what we're going to do is grab the rotate tool, and remember I want it on this blue, I want it highlighted blue. So I'm going to click. I want to stay along that red. So I'm going to click and I'm going to rotate it till it turns green. If I wanted it the other way, I would just rotate it to where it turns red. If I wanted it this way, I would rotate it till it turns green. Okay, it has to be highlighted, to keep it aligned with everything. Okay, so I rotated it and I do want to still move it. So I grab the move tool. I'm going to put it right here in this corner. So I left a little bit of room over here. I want it moved over, so I'll move it over a little bit more. And there we go. Our bed is now in the bedroom. So you can see it's on the floor. It's good. Okay. It works out. Now what I want is like a table. So I might put a little table or dresser right here. Desk, I don't care. Dresser, desk, table, whatever you'd like. Go to the warehouse. Just going to put dresser. Okay. I'm just going to put this one. Looks nice. Download it. And I'm just going to click to let it go. Okay. There we go. That's it. So I do want it on along this wall. So I'm going to grab the rotate tool. Again, I want to make it blue. Click. Align it with the red. Rotate it to the green. And then I can move it where I want it. Oops. It will go ahead and, move ways you don't want it to. So just kind of try your best to keep it on the floor. And if it goes off the floor, it's fine. Just move it to where it hits the floor. There we go. Okay, so that's my little dresser. And that's where I want it. And now we need some wall art. So a picture, a clock, a poster. I don't care what you put on the wall. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to type wall art. You can pick whichever wall art you want. There are not that many great options. Okay, I'm just going to pick whatever. Okay, I'm going to pick this. Download it. What? That's so many. Okay, so let's say we run into this problem. I just want one, okay? So I'm going to kind of just place it. And look at how many it gave us. So look at how this is one group, okay? So if I want to, I could get my selection tool. I could double click into the group. So these are things that you can edit. You can always edit whatever you bring in. And let's say I only want one. So I'm just kind of going to delete all these over here and delete it. Delete this one. Click delete on my keyboard. Click out of it, and there. Now I'm only left with one. I don't know why it has that big box, but anyway, I'm left with one. I think I want to put it on, let's say this wall right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the rotate tool down here. It's blue, make sure it's red, and then rotate it to where it's green. I'm going to grab the little move tool, grab this. I'm not going to grab this side. I'm going to grab this side because that means this side is going to snap onto the wall. I don't want this to snap to the wall. This is where this is the area that's going to hit the wall. And I'm going to just, it froze on me. Okay, so I'm just going to move it onto the wall. Click. Kind of get a better angle. I want it a little bit higher, so I'm going to move it with my move tool. Remember, going higher is that blue axis, so I'm going to make sure I'm on that blue axis. I want to move it over, and there we go. So I could click out of it. And that's the artwork. And there's my bedroom. Okay, so we have a tag for doors, and now what we do is we make a tag for furniture as well. So we're going to go to this, the tags. Notice how it'll add extra tags. It adds extra tags whenever we start adding furniture in. Because obviously people create this, and that's kind of how it's in the warehouse. So however they create it, if they put it as a tag, it's going to end up showing up there. You see how like when they created it, the outline's kind of there? Yeah, so this tag's for this image. Anyways, ignore that, and we're going to add our own tag. So let's add, and we're going to do furniture. And what we want to select with our selection tool is this item, obviously. And I want to select the dresser and the TV and the bed. So in order to select multiples at one time, I click Shift on my keyboard, and you see how it adds that little plus and minus sign? That means I can add to whatever I have clicked, or I could remove whatever I have clicked. So I'm going to hold down Shift. I'm going to click the dresser, and I'm still holding down Shift, and I'm going to click the bed. Now I can let Shift go, and then it currently says that I have 3 components. So 1, 2, 3 that are untagged, and I could tag them under the correct one, which is furniture. Okay, so if I deselect off of it and I turn the little eyeball off on the furniture, now all the furniture will go away, and it means I tagged it correctly. Okay, so that's going to be it for this one. Let's make sure you save it. And that's it for the lesson 3.